Hello friends, welcome to our channel Learn to Earn. In this video series I am going to cover the NCERT books about the history, geography and all these chapter by chapter. I am going to cover and giving you a brief introduction about the chapters and NCERT books. So let's have a look on chapters, how many chapters in class 6 NCERT books and what are the names of the chapters. And we will move from step by step from first chapter to last chapter. So first chapter is what, where, how and when. Second from hunting, gathering to growing food, likewise and so on. So I am going to cover in this video about the first chapter of NCERT class 6, that is what, where, how and when. So in this chapter, as you can see, keyword what. So what means what we can know about the past. So in answering of this question, first we can know about the lives of the herders, skilled gatherers, and second one is we can know about the place of the children. And second most important question, where did people live? So in this chapter NCERT tells very nicely how we can know about the past. And first about the past, first we have to see where did people live on that time. So I am going to use a map of India. This is a South India map, South Asia map, including neighboring countries like Sri Lanka, Myanmar and Bhutan, Pakistan, Afghanistan, China. So about the past, as you can see, I located in Narmada river. Why? Because NCERT says that people lived from a long time in the bank of Narmada river. And NCERT also says that some earliest people who lived here were skilled gatherers. Why they were called as skilled gatherers? As people who gathered their food, they knew about the vast wealth about the plants surrounding forest and collected roots, fruits and other forest produce for their food. That's why they were called as skilled gatherers. They hunted animals, that's why they were called hunters as well. And second site that we know about this book, that is Suleiman and Kirthar hills. As you can see, this is located on Afghanistan right now. This is the border of Afghanistan and Pakistan, this one. As per NCERT, some of the areas, these areas where women and men first began to grow crops such as wheat and barley about 8,000 years ago. They began rearing animals like sheep, goat and cattle and lived in a village. So we can see that village living started from this side, that is Suleiman and Kirthar hills. There were some other areas where agriculture first produced, like Vindhyas and Garo hills. Vindhyas in central India and Garo hills in the east. These were the places where rice was first grown and produced. This chapter tells about the earliest cities that were flourished. This was the area. This was the area that was where earliest cities were flourished about 4700 years ago. After that, about 2500 years ago, in the Ganga Valley, this Ganga Valley civilization that we are calling, this was the area where Ganga and Son river These are the tributaries of the Ganga, Son river, as you can see. As you can see here, Indus and its Indus and its tributaries, and here you can see Ganga and Son. These were very important places. First kingdom that we know about, we know as Magad Empire, that was established here in Ganga Valley, that presently in Bihar. Magad Empire was the largest empire at the time of that time. As you can see here, there are number of rivers and hills, and including Himalayas, but people traveled on that time, but journey obviously were very dangerous but never impossible. So men and women moved in search of livelihood, as also to escape from natural disaster like floods or droughts. Sometimes men marched in armies, conquering others' lands, and besides, merchants traveled with karmas or ships carrying valuable goods from place to place. These were the reasons. At that time, journey was very dangerous. Obviously, journey was very dangerous but never impossible. That's why people traveled, and they enriched our culture, shared their ideas and thoughts. These were the reasons. So let's have a look why this area called as India and Bharat. So let's discuss about this. Names of the land. So as you know, we are calling our country with two names, like that is mostly people called. First one is India and second one is Bharat. So India comes from Indus, called Sindhu in Sanskrit. Sindhu is a river. You know about Sindhu river. That's why India, the eastern part of that river is called India. And Bharat, used for a group of people mentioned in Rig Veda. Earliest composition dated to about 3500 years. Means this Rig Veda was the earliest composition, that is about 35 years ago, and Bharat word used in that Rig Veda for a group of people. That's why this country name is Bharat as well. So finding about the past. How can we know about the past? This is the third keyword of our chapter name. As you know, what, where and how. We reached on how. How we can know about the past. Finding about the past. So there were two resources, main resources. First one is manuscript. How it looks, this you can see in the image. And second one is inscription, that were written in hard surface, as you can see in the in this book as well, and in this chapter, in this video as well. As you know that manuscript, why manuscript is calling manuscript? Manu means hand. This comes from the Latin word manu, meaning hand. And second one is script. Script means written by. So manuscript means written by hand. This is a sample of palm leaf manuscript. As per NCERT, this manuscript was written about 1,000 years ago. The palm leaves were cut into pages and tied together to make a book, and this was made about the history and the religious form. This manuscript in this is a properly prepared bark of a tree known as the birch, which grows in the Himalayas. So this was very easy to find the bark of the trees on that time. But there was some disadvantages about the disadvantages of manuscript as well. That's why we don't know very much about the manuscripts, as many manuscripts were eaten away by insects and some were destroyed. These were in very less amount, in very less number, that have survived, and we can see manuscript right now. These manuscripts preserved in monasteries, as you can see, in temples, and sometime in ashrams as well. The subject on which these manuscripts were written, like religious beliefs and practices and medicines and the lives of kings and science and poems and etc and other like plays and something others. As per NCERT, many of these manuscripts are written on Sanskrit only, and there were a Prakrit language that were used by ordinary people. We can also study inscriptions. Inscriptions were written on hard surface relatively to manuscripts, such as metal or stone. Inscription written by on the order of the kings, like sometime kings orders, and they inscribed so that people could see, read and obey them. These were the reasons to write on hard surface. So inscription was mostly about the kings and their victories and their orders. Ordinary people cannot inscribe on metal or stone, because the inscription of these hard metal were very costly on that time, as you can know. But there were not one past only, there were many pasts, like past about the kings, past about the herders, past about the ordinary peoples. So we can know about the past about the kings and religious belief and medicines, but how can we know about the past of ordinary people? That's why archaeologists use their science to read the history about other peoples, as ordinary people like farmer and herders didn't keep records of what they did, while archaeology helps us to find out about their lives. There is much that remains unknown about those peoples. And third very important question, what do dates means? Dates about the, as you can know, if somebody asks you about the date, you will you will probably said that this is today is 4th July or 5th July and of 2020. What this means, what this year means? These years are counted from the date generally assigned to the birth of Jesus Christ, that were the founder of Christianity. So as you can say that today is 2020. So this is about 2020 years after the birth of Christ, Jesus Christ. Okay, all dates before the birth of Christ are counted backward, and usually we have letters BC, that is before Christ, added on, and BCE before common era likewise, and for present era AD Anno Domini and BC and EC. CE, common era. And in next chapter I am going to cover the about the from hunting gathering to growing food. So this is all about this is all about the first chapter of NCERT class 6, and this is the end of this video. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon to never miss updates. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned with